So we're in front of this poster, and it's a bunch of like little kids walking into school, which is ironic because there's, I
New
think,
school?
a new school in the district. I know, surprise! Like no one knew about this.
I did.
Where'd this come from? I don't know.
It's called the Musselman Learning Center.
Oh, that's an interesting name.
It's cute, right?
Yeah.
It's got a
So
nice ring.
I don't know what about it. Just sounds awesome.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I just know that we're having one, so we can go talk to Mr. Malkowski.
He's the head operations for the district guy, so he's our go-to guy definitely for this interview.
Our go-to guy.
So let's go talk to him.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Palisano here with Bob Malkowski, the Director of Operations for the new Musselman Learning Center. So what is the Musselman Learning Center?
The Musselman Learning Center is a new education center that we're going to be opening up in Norristown, down near Fornance and Sandy Street.
And who is this for?
It's primarily going to be for kindergarten students at this time.
So are you taking out kindergarten classes in the regular elementary schools and transferring them to here?
That's all being decided and worked on now, but yes, there's a little bit of crowding issues going on in some of our kindergarten classes.
And how did NASD acquire the center?
The Department of Defense, probably about 7 years ago, went through a process where they call it closing military bases, and Norristown Area School District applied for the building.
And who decided that we needed a center like this one?
It's a combination, the superintendent at that time, the chief financial officer, and the school board. We always look at trends on population in the district, and at that point, it was before the addition was built onto the high school. We were actually thinking of putting high school wing there, but then as the process went through, we saw that we had a problem with elementary growth, and that's when it was decided to convert it to an elementary center.
And you said the military funded this?
It's a former military center, so yes, it belonged to the Department of Defense, and they do base closings every few years as their size grows or depletes, and they move around. And yeah, the Department of Defense did a closing for this center as well as a few other in the area, and we applied for it.
Will this be the only kindergarten center in the area?
It'll be the only one for our district. I'm not sure how all the other districts do their grade configurations.
And here, like, we take buses to school.
Correct.
Will the kindergartners that don't live close enough to walk take buses?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of our kindergarten kids are bused right now, so it'll be continuing that way.
And when do you think this will be opening?
It's scheduled to be open in September of 14.
And will the kindergartners that are currently in school just be transferred there? Or will they still be enrolled in their current elementary school?
Right, since this is going to be a kindergarten center, now they'll be first graders next year, so they'll stay in their existing schools, and new kindergartners coming in will be going to the new Musselman Center.
Are you also transferring the teachers?
I'm not sure how that's all going to work out. It'll have to be figured out once we decide on which student populations go into the school.
And is this a permanent center?
Yes, it is officially a property of the Norristown Area School District.
Do you know if other districts have similar centers?
I know there were other applications put in by school districts for other base closings at the time. Whether they've finalized their deals or not, I'm not aware, because this did take approximately 6 to 7 years to complete.
So could you explain a little bit about the renovation process behind this building?
Sure. Part of the renovations includes an all new mechanical system, which will be units in each classroom for air conditioning and heat. We're doing a new roof, we're doing new windows, a couple of new doors, and some floor surfaces and stuff to prepare the classrooms.
And how is this being funded?
It's being funded in two ways. Part of it's coming from the normal school district operation budget. Then they're going to use a couple of dollars from fund balance, and then any last minute finishes will also come out of the operational expense.
Can parents get involved in this process anyway?
I'm sure the parents will be hearing a lot of talk about the new centers. It's coming up. We've had numerous conversations with the school board and superintendent about it, and I'm sure there'll be some publications about how we're going to get parents involved.
And should they be expecting this during the summer?
I would think it's going to happen before the summer. I know in our conversations, the superintendent likes doing her open houses in the spring or early summer, so I expect that we'll be having tours of the new facility at that time.
And do you know anything about the enrolling process?
Normal enrollment happens around March, but I know we're trying to advance that a little bit earlier, not only for the new center, just to help the district get better control of the student enrollment. So I would expect something early part of next year going out about getting your kindergartners enrolled early.
What does the Director of Operations do?
I'm in charge of the supervision of the maintenance staff, the custodial staff, the transportation staff, the copy center, and various other duties as assigned.
Okay, and is there anything else you would like to add?
Just looking forward to opening the new center in September.
Okay, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
I'm Elizabeth Palisano here with Bob Malkowski. Now back to the Eagle's Eye.